Alrighty, hello everyone. Chief Weather Forecaster Beckett Webb here. Thank you so much here for tuning in. Let's go and get started with today's weather headlines here. Colder temperatures return yet again. We have snow accumulations possible Friday night. We'll get to that latest model there in a moment. And a massive warm up for much of next week. Something to look forward to. Today is February 5th, 2026, and today's edition of Weather Watch starts now. Alrighty, hello everyone. Chief Weather Forecaster Beckett Webb here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure many of you people along the North Carolina Tennessee state line mainly have woken up to a little bit of some snow accumulation and dusting to around an inch. That was remaining possible. Snow showers started to push its way in Wednesday night, and now much of the snow accumulations will probably start to taper off a little bit more as we get into the sunshine this afternoon. Talking about that, let's go and get started with today's hourly forecast here. Starting off the morning around 7 a.m. Temperatures on the upper 20s, warming into the low 30s by 11 a.m. Mid 30s 2 through 4 p.m. with sunny conditions. Sunshine started to peek its way through the clouds before we drop into the upper to mid 20s 8 through 10 p.m. tonight with again more increasing cloudiness. Looking at today's high temperature forecast, 38 in Asheville with patchy fog and mostly sunny skies. 47 in Greenwood-Spartanburg, patchy fog and mostly sunny skies. Snow showers remain possible towards the early portion of this morning here in Charlotte. Temperatures will be at 42 degrees with mostly sunny skies, sitting about a 30% chance of snow showers. Definitely want to watch out for that. And Decoa sitting at 49 degrees with patchy fog and mostly sunny skies and a 5% chance of precipitation. Gatlinburg sitting at 38 degrees with fog and partly sunny skies. Now looking at yesterday's almanac, we were warm yesterday, reaching about 52 for a high. Yesterday's low was 30, the average is 51. So we're right on average basically for yesterday's high and low. Average high is 51, average low is 29. And yesterday's low was 30, average low 29, high 52, average is 51. So we're basically on average of what we should be expecting. Record high is 73 degrees and record low is -2. We received about 0.01 inches of precipitation yesterday. Sunrise is at 7:27 a.m. and sunset is also at 6:01 p.m. Now let's talk about the wintry precipitation this weekend. So Friday night and Saturday, we are looking at another possibility for some wintry precipitation. Places, this is the NAM model, is one that suggests the North Carolina Tennessee state line is getting about 8 to 12 inches of snowfall. However, places, even Asheville is included in much of this action. About trace to maybe even 3 inches remain possible. Again, this is all subject to change. Places towards Piedmont, North Carolina, upstate South Carolina could see a dusting to around an inch of snowfall. Again, this is subjected to change, so definitely want to keep it updated. This is not the official Highland weather forecast here. We are expected to release our own accumulation forecast this afternoon, so stay tuned for that. Again, a dusting remains possible towards the South Carolina upstate. We can see outside of the North Carolina Tennessee state line, enter towards East Tennessee. About an inch or 2 remains possible. Asheville, again, an inch to 3 inches remain possible. So definitely want to watch out for this. Now I'm just starting to realize I think this is both of it combined. So this is both of it combined. My mistake, between snow accumulation last night and the accumulation this weekend. So that's in total of 1 to 3 inches, 8 to 12 inches towards the North Carolina Tennessee state line. Again, this model is starting to confuse me a little bit, so don't hold me to it. Again, this is really subject to change. However, the one on the right, that is more accurate. That is showing mountain snow around Friday p.m. You can see Asheville getting in on the action. Moderate to very heavy snowfall there outside of Gatlinburg. Some mixed precipitation remains possible, mainly rain towards Andrews, so definitely want to watch out for that. Looking at the maximum wind gusts, winds will be strong. We're seeing upwards of 50 to 60, 70, even upwards of 80 miles per hour remains possible near the higher peaks and ridge tops just north of I-240 and just south of Boone. So definitely want to watch out for that. Winds of 20 to 30 miles per hour possible in the South Carolina upstate there. So watch out for some breezy and windy conditions through the next couple of days. Now looking at the latest futurecast here of the next couple of hours, waking up this morning, snow showers will remain possible in the upstate of South Carolina towards much of Piedmont, North Carolina, even pushing its way through at 11:30 a.m. before it finally starts to dissipate out of the viewing area towards 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Pop-up showers still continue to be possible this evening before we start to see more increasing cloudiness there. We can see increasing cloudiness still continues through much of the overnight hours tonight. Franklin, Andrews, Hayesville, you guys are starting to get a little bit in the clear. Then we finally see some sunshine or clearing conditions into the overnight hours on Friday, continuing through 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Clouds will continue to move in and out of the viewing area. Then we start to see more clouds start to push its way in a little bit more around 7 a.m. We can see cloudy conditions continuing all the way through 9 a.m. there as well. And then sunny conditions through much of Friday morning before we finally start to see some snow showers wanting to push its way in around 3 p.m. towards Bakersville and Burnsville, becoming more widespread towards the evening hours on Friday. So keep it tuned here. We'll provide you with the latest updates. Today's highs will be in the upper 30s, upper 40s in the South Carolina upstate before temperatures drop into the upper 20s, lower 30s again tonight, warming into the 50s, mid to upper 50s there in the South Carolina upstate and central portion of South Carolina, upper 40s towards much of the Piedmont area of North Carolina. Lastly, at the updated Highland weather 7-day forecast here, after this chance of snowy conditions Friday night, clearing conditions. We're even going to reach into the 60s by Monday. That's a massive change, with lows in the upper 20s, warming into the upper 30s, even upper 40s for lows by Tuesday night. Again, we'll probably see some increasing cloudiness through the early portion of next week, but Saturday and today will be some clearing conditions, and just gotta get through today and gotta get through Saturday before we see those temperatures massively spike. All right, everyone, I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Beckett Webb here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will leave you with the latest updated Highland Weather 7-day forecast.